Fortune, the creative director of KOH, mentioned that he scouted you at the Old Biscuit Mill and you shared how you were not a professional model. What was the first thing you thought when he approached you to model for his brand?
I was I was shocked, honestly. It was surprising that someone asked me to model for their brand.
Were you familiar with the brand, or was this the first time you were hearing about the brand?
It was my first time hearing about the brand.
Fortune also mentioned that he advised you and your mom after the shoot to approach modeling agencies so that you could take that part as a career professional. How was that process for you mentally and emotionally? More than anything, as trying to get signed with agencies is not as easy as it sounds for everyone.
True, it's not as easy. Mentally, I think I was mostly just nervous. Emotionally speaking, I was very excited.
Are there any goals and aspirations for your new journey with the modeling career? Tell us a bit about your transition from being scouted on a random day at the market to where you are now after getting signed with so and so agency.
It's it just makes your life a bit more busy. It's very busy. You have to always make plans and so on.
You excited about that?
I'm I'm very excited.
Do you have other plans for yourself, or do you see yourself doing this career long term?
I would like to pursue it long term.
Support from your family is everything in this creative industry, Mom. You were very positive about your son pursuing this new part from your first interaction with the creative director at the market. Is modeling something you've always tried to persuade him to try, or were you just as shocked as he was when started?
Actually, I think shortly before he was officially scouted, we were actually joking with him and said, "You're going to be an accidental discovery, and then it's just going to take off from there." It's not something I wanted. I've got another child as well. I didn't want my kids to go into that because the industry has some bad reputation pockets. But as they got older, and he's a very grounded young man, and we were going like in the last few months before he got scouted, we were going like, I think you should just do it, because he'd gotten stopped in the streets, he'd gotten approached by just random strangers asking him if he was modeling and stuff, and it's like, maybe you should just try it.
How was the experience for you as his mother, watching him step out of his comfort zone on set for the first time?
I was very proud in the way that he conducts himself. It's like as parents, when we see our offspring and we see that they can hold their own, I think you feel like that tick box have done something right. And then there is a little bit of the scary part, like now I have to completely let go because like, oh my God, like the world has seen him.
King on Horses is a brand that aspires to deliver the best quality clothes worldwide. Hence, so much time and effort is put into quality control process. I want to hear from both of you. What did you think about the collection specifically, the looks that were chosen for you? Was there anything else that you both found interesting about the experience, from the clothes, the props, direction, venue, everything else you guys encountered overall?
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first now. For me, I was excited to see it. It made me want to actually pursue the modeling career just from that experience alone. Guys were very supportive, and that was something that I really needed.
Yeah, I think for me it was a very positive experience, and because it was like very easy. It felt like the vibe was like so you were like very encouraged to like pursue this, and you also enjoyed wearing the brand. Well, the clothes in itself were like something you were like, yeah, that's Steve, that's your style. Steve is the family nickname for Daniel. Like that stuff you should be wearing, and a lot of his cousins that have seen the pics were like, yeah, they like that styling. They love they actually got introduced by the brand, and they loved the range that was introduced as a result.
Mom, your son got signed and is currently preparing to begin his new chapter with his modeling career. I'm sure as much as you're excited and proud, you will miss having him around more often.
Very much. He's been homeschooled for years, and like just coming out of lockdown, we were all working remote, and so yeah, we definitely, I'm definitely gonna miss him. He is very funny character. His sister will miss him more, as much as he annoys us at times. Also, he's like our rock is like a band of steel type of pillar. He's really been a young man to look up to, a young adult to look up to. So yeah, it's very scary to let go, but I am.
What grounding advice can you give him so that when he rewatches this documentary in 10 years, or when the industry pressure and obstacles overwhelms him, he can always be reminded that his strengths, he can always be reminded of his strength and who he is.
Well, if there's one thing that I can say, it's there's nothing possibly that you as my son can do that's going to change me being proud of you. It's going to change my love for you. I don't have that because of what of you have become on the outside. It's because who you've grown into on the inside, and that's the part of him that I would like for him to hold on to, is that he remembers that he's got a strong foundation, tall trees with deep roots, and that long since we've had many talks that you know who you are, and that we don't experience faith just by knowledge, but also through actions.